All right, I don't have sound on this. I was doing a recording on Twitch after I did the GAC and decided I'll go ahead and do this at that time. And everything went pretty smooth. There's some experimentation here. I switched up some of the teams because it's my first time using Kenobi. So I did get for the combat missions all the waves. But I did at the very end, I'll have the special mission. I tried using the clones for the first time, and that went pretty good, but I made some mistakes. Didn't mod them or anything, didn't change anything on them and stuff, and that did not help me either. So, but anyways, we'll go over these battles, and then hopefully it gives you some ideas. Like, again, I mixed up a bunch of teams, and they worked. And next time I have some ideas that I'm going to do to make it even a little more smooth. So, of course, I have the fleet. And there you go. Everybody knows this. And it's pretty straightforward and simple if you've got the right ships. You want to start off with 2 tanks. I don't think it really matters which ones you start off with. You bring in Coploon, and then that way you can cure off all the dots on you. Yeah, I like to get rid of the bomber, the hyena bomber first. That one can, because it ignores taunts, it can mess up your team a little bit. So I do try to get that out. Playing it safe here with this. Making sure I have a taunt up. Do a little AoE. Hope for some dazes. I'm not even calling in a... I don't even know if I bring in the 5th ship. I just pretty much end it. By the time you get to this point, you're pretty good. Debating, nah, I'll just go without. It's funny. And there we go. So again, I'm debating here. I go in, I use CLS down here. That goes pretty smoothly. There was a couple rough spots, but you're going to have that from time to time. I did target the wrong thing. I'll show you that. My mods will be in the description. I didn't change any of the mods. Which is probably why my 501st didn't work very well. They did okay. I also made mistakes. I think if I wouldn't have made mistakes, I would have done better. But again, I wasn't used to using them. Never used them before. I usually use a normal Padme team, but I broke that team up to use it with Kenobi. Yep, get that one out. Going along pretty smooth. Got good health and defense. Again, you want to take out the command battle droids. First you want to get like your droidicas out and stuff, and then after that, make sure that your B1s and B2s are out. Usually the B2s kill themselves. They do an AoE, and then everybody counterattacks it. Once the droidicas and stuff are out, B1s, B2s, then you want to go after, sniper droid would be another one. Then you get the B1, B2s, and then again you want to get the command droid. Yeah, it's got that daze that can mess up your team. When you get towards the end, you want of the round, you want to slow down, go to basics. Yeah, this one I went out on him because of the when he's out, your B1s and B2s only take one damage, one stack off, even though everybody's assisting. So once you get that out, then it goes back to normal, and then this goes pretty quickly. So you can see the CLS team did a pretty good job. And again, my mods are adequate. They're not great. I don't like switching up mods. Unless I have to, obviously. Cam mission, something like that, you'll switch up mods for, but these other ones you don't want to have to, every time you go into a fight, redo all your mods. So here we're going to use Mon Mothma. And I was thinking about switching his mods out, but then I decided, well, for the first round, he's fast enough. Later rounds might have to increase his speed some. You really want to be fast the Peo and Hoth Rebel Scout, but you don't want him to lose too much of his crit chance, because that's a big part of his turn meter gain. His basic, when it lands, has a 40% chance to give 25% turn meter, but also his special, Rebel Assault, has a 55% chance to stun, in addition 100% turn meter on a critical hit. So you definitely want to have some critical chance up. Try to make it 90 plus. I think mine's closer to 100%, which might be a little overkill for that, but I like to make sure it lands, because when you use that in the beginning of the fight or in the beginning of the round, you really want that to hit so that you get an immediate another turn. I've sped up this Mon Mothma fight. It's a long fight. As you can see, I start going into auto in the third and fourth round, I believe, just to make it go more quickly. So I'm going about twice as fast as normal, so you can imagine how long the fight is. But it's a pretty consistent fight. In this one, with this team, and I have videos on it, you have to take out the B1s and the B2 first. The droidicas and the sniper droids, You can usually keep them at bay. You can keep them stunned. You can, slow them down. Of course, you're getting your turn meter gain. So you have to eyeball them. But the ones that will mess you up is the B1s and especially the B2s. I do the B2 first, and then I do the B1. After that, you got to also watch the command droid, because if he dazes the team, well, guess what? You're not assisting everything else, and it's going to wreck your turn meter, and you're going to have problems. So I usually do the B1s, the B2s, and then depending on the droidica, sniper droid, and command battle droid, they're all three just as dangerous. So the sniper droid, when it hits and it snipes somebody, if it uses its special, they cannot be rezzed. So you have to watch for that when one's out. I think it takes a certain amount of stacks on it for it to do that. So you just have to be mindful. But usually the answer presents itself, and when you're deciding which one to take, usually it's based on turn meter. There we go. I'm going into auto. Get it down. When his health's down a little bit, I go back. I take it back off because I don't want it to go into the next round on auto. I don't want to be doing basics. But here I'm doing basics on auto because I'm saving up all their specials. I don't need them for this. And now I'm back off it again. And I'm just getting through this part. So here we go. I've got a droidica, a B2, two B1s. So the B2 first. Again, with his special, I got an extra turn right off the bat with Scout. With Peo, you're pretty much using that middle ability all the time. I tried to erase his turn meter there, and it didn't work. Get him out. I probably didn't need to do that. He didn't have any turn meter at all, but I did it. And now we're just getting droidica down. I find that the hardest wave is the first wave, because in the beginning you will get hit, and you can lose one character, you're okay. Two characters, it's really hard to come back from, and if you lose more than two characters, well, obviously you're done. So that's the hardest part, is the first wave. Once you have it all in control, you can see here, it's just doing your thing, taking your time. Ignore Grievous. You don't want to do AoEs when they have the tanks out there, because when they counterattack, they taunt, and you don't want that. You can take some hits from Grievous, as you can see. Now I just have Grievous in the two tanks, so I am doing some AoEs. I want to get the armor down, so when I do get on Grievous, I can just take him out, hopefully faster. Again, trying to get the turn meter down. I'm kind of leaving Grievous towards the end. Again, trying to get the armor down. They're dazed now, so they won't counterattack. And you're healing up as you're taking these down. So then when you take this one down, Grievous will do his attack, and you should live through it. And now we go to auto. Why not? They're not going to do anything you wouldn't do yourself. This one's almost done. Now the next one I used the Jedi Master Kenobi, and I did kind of play around here trying to figure out what team to use. Cleared it out, get him in, and then I was debating who to use with what. I know I want to use Jedi Knight Luke lead with Jedi Master Luke. I like that combo. That usually works pretty well. I wanted to use Kenobi lead just to see how he does, in the leadership here. Some people were saying to use him with Luke, but I already know that Luke and Jedi Knight Luke and Master Luke work really well together, so I didn't want to break that up. I think that if you didn't use CLS and you had the 3PO available, him on this team would really work well. You can pretty much keep Kenobi invulnerable most of the time. General Kenobi invulnerable most of the time if you have him really slow like I do. But I think most people use CLS for this, so there you go. I guess if you had Rey and stuff, you would use her maybe instead. So, yeah, I should have just went and took out B1. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it's just extra attacks in and stuff that didn't need to happen. I'm trying to get the most out of everything, but there's like, what is a Geonosian soldier going to do to you? Nothing. So I really should have, in the future, I'll just get him out. The spy can be a pain. I'm saving the ultimate to the next round because I don't think it transfers from round to round. In this, I didn't want to take a chance. I know it doesn't in other things, so. Yeah, I'm struggling with this. Come on now. Just want to get to the spy. Somebody kill it. All right, there we go. Let's move on. Don't worry, I get the hang of this before too long. All right, moving on to the second round. Decided to go that route. Now, I should have targeted the sniper droid. He's more important to get out right now for this particular kind of team. So I did make that mistake. And I'm just letting him sit there. So that could have gotten ugly. Yeah, now I woke up. Now I'm starting to work him down. And as you can see, GK is invulnerable, so they can hit at him all they want. That'll get him out. There we go. Round two's almost done. Now I slow down a little bit, do basics. Again, a soldier's not going to do much to you. Yeah, I see how he's dazing people, that command droid, but I really need to get the P1s out. They'll just start doing way too much damage if you just let them be. Fortunately, with this team, you get a decent amount of assists going. Almost got it to the ultimate, so I should be able to start the fourth wave with ultimates if I can clear these guys off without having to use the ultimate. Almost there. All right, now we're on the fourth wave. We got the bugs. They can be a little bit of a pain. The GK is about to go, and then Master Kenobi will go after him, and then I'll put the invulnerability on him. And Master Kenobi takes about 2 turns to General Kenobi's 1. So I get quite a bit of time where he's invulnerable, which is nice. That's if they don't kill him first. I go after Soldier first. He is the turn meter trained for them, and he's usually a little more squishy. So I generally target him first. After him, I go after Spy if he's available, if he's not invised. If he's invised, then I go after Brood Alpha. But you can see here, he's still invulnerable. Now he's going to come out of it. Right there, I should have went after Spy. He's the one that's going to do you the most damage. And Spy is not hiding from me, so it was kind of dumb I didn't go after him right there. But it worked out for me anyway, but still, should have taken him out. Now it doesn't matter, I'm just going all in, getting them done. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the Luke brothers. And again, everything's kind of mixed up to teams. You're trying different things now because I'm changing out because of the Jedi Master Kenobi. I usually like to have Hermit Yoda with this, and I was debating whether to go with Revan or Hermit Yoda. I also needed to move Grandmaster Yoda so he was targetable. He'd be hard to target over on the other side. So I'm still debating on using Hermit. I do like him on this team. I wanted to make sure I kept Jolie. More because of Grandmaster Yoda. He is so squishy. They take him out so easy. He's usually the one that has to be rezzed up all the time. So in the end, this is what I decided to go with. Got our stuns. Now the hard part of this is to always make sure that you end it to where you start off the next round with a stun. Once you get that down, this all goes pretty smooth. Yeah, you never get to his ult when he's not in leader position. I kind of wish they fixed that in a way to where he could get to his ult. You know, because all the other ones can, whether they're in the leadership position or not. But Master Luke definitely has issues with that. It was kind of a waste. I don't know why I did that. Oh yeah, I remember now. I was trying to get one more turn for Luke, for Jedi Knight Luke. That's why. I was worried that this wasn't going to work out. His stun was not available yet. But it works out because when I because I did that and I did not use his special on the end there, now I can. He gets an automatic next turn, and there we go. So it did work out in the end, but it could have been a little bit more of a mess. And now that gives me a chance to start getting things amped up. All right, get him out. Now get him out. Try not to rush this because, again, I have to make sure that Jedi Knight Luke's stun is ready. So we still need another turn after this one. So we're trying not to go too fast. I'm going to switch over to him now. And I'll just take him out, and then Soldier will be just one where we just do all the assists and he'll go. Getting the Master's training on just about everybody. Now I got one more to get on Jolie, and they'll all have it. All right. Yep, just do that, and we're good to go. And it's just rinse and repeat. We do the same thing every time, every wave. It's a pretty easy team once you get the timing down. It's pretty consistent. Really haven't had too many issues with it, you know, not getting 4-4. I'm curious to see how Kenobi does in the third and fourth phase. See if it holds up as well as it did in the first phase. So we'll know that all soon enough. The next few days here. I guess we'll see if we get Jedi Master Luke's ultimate halfway by the end of the whole fight. We'll see. He's really just a glorified tank in this. Really not much else. Takes a good beating now. It'd be nice if he had a taunt. Getting closer. Yeah, don't want to do that. Don't want to accidentally kill him. All right. Now the last stage. And then we'll have the SM will be the only one left, and you'll see how I go wrong on that. I just make some mistakes. You know, it did okay. I got to the 4th stage, but I was losing everybody by the time I got there. My 5s is set for defense, and I didn't change up the mods because I use him for GL counters and stuff, and you need him with a ton of defense for that. And so he doesn't have good speed. He doesn't have good offense. He doesn't have any of that. So that'd be one of the things I would change on him for that special mission fight, is to get him, because you want him to sacrifice. So you want him to have good speed, and good offense and stuff, so that when he sacrifices, it boosts up your team. And, the little things like that I think would make a huge difference. I don't know why I went after Watt. I should have just ignored him. I guess I was thinking he was going to bring somebody back, but then I realized, well, once you kill everybody, he disappears anyway. We were doing this late at night, and I was starting to get tired. And there you go, 4-4. All right, so let's take a look at this special mission, and then we'll be done. And again, I just have regular mods on them. They'll be in the description. Nothing fancy here. I should be going, trying to get the Droideka out. And, but fortunately I got the stun on him. So that's good. But I was kind of wanting to get B2 out, because that way he wouldn't clear Padme's stuff. I think another thing you would want is to have my potency on Echo is pretty low. So I think if you were to get his potency up, that would work out very well also. Did not land the stun. You do not want to taunt with 5s. Yeah, I knew he wasn't going to hit very hard, but I just wanted to get his health down what I could. I probably should have waited another turn. We got a sacrifice off of 5s. Get him out. Got to get these guys out. And again, so far I'm doing okay. You can see the boost I got from 5s. It's noticeable, but it's not great. I'm not really hitting hard, real hard, but it's okay. But you'll start noticing here where it starts, where you wish you had the better mods on them all. Should have done the AoE there. That was one of my bad plays. Do the AoE and hope for a stun. I'm lucky I didn't lose Padme already. Now here it comes. But I should have already done it. Yeah, you don't want to be doing this fight at 1 o'clock in the morning, which is what I did. So I lost what I didn't want to lose. Again, I should be finishing off Droideka. I cannot believe he's still there. Look at that. What was I thinking? Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I just let him just sit there and kill my team off. So yeah, don't do that. And of course, I'm not going to make it through this, but you know, even just for having those two, just the two left, it still does pretty good. So if I would have had all four, I know that I would have beaten this. I just made some bad choice of mods, not upgrading them, at least a couple of them. Get fives up, speed up Rex. Probably those two would have been all you really need. Make sure there's good potency on Echo, so his stuns land. I think that's all you have to do. But you can see a couple bad decisions, and that's all it takes to wreck your thing. But anyways, that's the whole light side Phase 1 territory battles. Thanks for watching. Like if you like. Alrighty. Thank you. Bye.